If you've been following Beyblade for a while now, you guys know how significant the Perseus name is. It's so iconic for Metal Fight. OMG BBG! Welcome back to another video, guys. Beyblade Metal Fight fans, rejoice. The Perseus Bay is back. Oh my goodness. Beyblade X CX line has brought us Perseus Dark B6-80W, the defense type.
So a brand new character in the anime in season 2, and it's also part of the first wave of the CX release. So what, we're just replacing Bird now, or what? The Hell's Bay is coming out in the random booster next, but yeah, changing it up.
Bro, no lie, I actually might be more excited about this Perseus Dark Bay than I am about like Dran Brave and Wizard Arc. Because if you've been following Beyblade for a while now, you guys know how significant the Perseus name is. It's so iconic for Metal Fight. This beauty right here. Oh my god. Paying homage to this guy right here. Oh my, yo, this was an absolute menace when it first came out. Amazing, amazing. Anyways, guys, let's dive right in and see what this bay is all about. Now, right before we do that though, remember to like this video and subscribe. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next video. You can find us on Instagram at Geek Dosage and on TikTok at BeybladeGeeks Official. Now, is this defense type going to be a banger, guys? The last couple that we have gotten have been pretty good. They started off really weak, right? Defense types weren't that hype. They were underperforming, overshadowed by stamina types. But then Takara Tomy really gave them a buff with like Nightmail and Golem Rock. So what about this one?
Yeah, with the theme of this bay, it does remind me of Nightmail. It's as if Nightmail got some dark upgrade. Also kind of reminds me of a bit of Whale Wave's shape. But definitely really excited to see Perseus in the game again in Beyblade X.
Yeah, when you got that Perseus name, you better be good. This is a right spin defense type, if we didn't mention that yet. On the back of the box, you see a description of its gimmick, and it's pretty simple, but written here in Japanese, it says full defense. This bay is meant to deflect attacks, counter, and absorb shock from all directions. This bay here is used by Rantsu, which is a member of Team Zodiac, one of Omega's henchmen, essentially.
But him being a part of the first wave of CX, you know, could be important.
Once again, we're getting all new parts with this booster. Perseus Dark B is the name of the blade when it's all together. We get a brand new 680 ratchet, so same as Dran Brave, but 80 height. And then the new bit Wedge. Like every other CX bay that you guys are going to see from now on, the blade has been broken up into 3 different parts. Starting with the lock chip, here we have Perseus.
This is gonna screw your whole Beyblade CX combo together, but yeah, the avatar just pays tribute to the Metal Fight design. Perseus looking really cool.
Yeah, such a sick design, man. I just love the fact that you can customize a little more with the blade now. Can't wait till they drop those more special lock chips.
Word, that's definitely coming later.
Moving on to the next part, which is your main blade. This piece is called Dark. This part here has all of the metal that's in the blade design, so all of your weight is going to come from here for the most part. This is a defense part, so you'll see that there's 6 very rugged metal blades. It has a bumpy, wavy shape, which is meant to deflect and counter attacks. Layered on top of the metal blades is, of course, some plastic, and this plastic piece has 3 blades of its own situated in between the metal pieces at 3 different spots.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying that it kind of reminds me of Whale Wave, because you got that wavy, curve-like design on the blade, the contact points. Like with the other CX bays, there are more plastic on the bay, so you're gonna get more plastic on plastic action with CX. It's also pretty cool to see this protective cover design on the top of the bay.
Bro, I know, I love the shape of this blade. It's crazy just how much it reminds me of Gravity Perseus from back in the day with Metal Fight. Bro, Takara Tomy killed it. I do have high hopes for this blade.
So the assist blade that comes with this bay is called a bumper, and so this assist blade fits underneath the main blade and it's supposed to help absorb attack. You're going to get multiple upper facing blades with this design, and there are 3 spots that are cut out to further cushion Perseus from impacts. With these 2 parts together, you're going to also notice that there are some huge gaps between the main blade and the assist blade. So possibly getting stuck in those gaps going to produce some pretty big recoil.
We do have to note that since CX does make the blade itself a little bit taller, the performance of the assist blade is going to matter here. Hopefully Bumper is reliable and does a good job at absorbing those attacks from lower opponents. And while we're talking about height, we may as well move on to the 680 ratchet. So it's 6-sided, just like the one that was introduced with Dran Brave, but now we have this in a gray and purple color and an 80 height. Takara Tomy mentioned that the 660 was supposed to bump up the attack power of Dran Brave, and now they're saying that 680 will bump up the defense even further for Perseus Dark. This ratchet has 2 types of blades on it that alternate. One of the blades is downward facing, so it hangs a little bit, and then the other one is facing upwards. Love the colors on this one, matches the rest of the theme very well. If we want to beef up the defense even further, you guys might want to switch this one out with something else.
And then onto our wedge bit. So it's a pretty skinny shaft with a angled tip at the end. So at some angles, it does look flat, but when you look closely, there is a point in the center. So the idea here is so the shallow angle makes your bay less likely to tilt. And similar to the rush bit, you only have 10 teeth on this bit, which means that you're gonna go slower on the extreme line, but also less stamina drain.
We haven't done thorough testing of this bay just yet, but I am worried about that bit. I have a feeling that wedge will probably be a piece that we'll want to replace as well with something that's a little more old school and reliable. We'll have to see. All right, it's time to weigh the bay. So this part here matters the most.
Yep.
Dark.
30.48. So this is without the lock chip.
All right. So a little bit lighter than Brave.
And when we're looking at just a bumper assist blade, we're looking at 5.26 grams.
Oh, all right. Okay, so might make up for it a little bit. I think if my memory is correct, that slash was a little bit lighter than that. And the lock chip.
1.7 grams.
All right, so that's about the same. Altogether, the blade weighs
37.44 grams.
Okay, so almost the exact same as Dran Brave, 37.4-ish, right? Full combination, 680. I imagine that the 680 will weigh a little bit more, right? And then wedge, full combination. There you go, guys.
46.16 grams, so I think it's pretty solid overall. That's what we want for a defense type.
Let's go.
3, 2, 1, shoot! Buster. Oh, that was good.
Sick.
3, 2, 1, shoot! Oh
my.
2 times the charm.
Wow. Bursted and then knocked out afterwards by BX Bay.
Hey,
a light one at that.
Yeah, BX and UX is still relevant.
3, 2, 1,
go shoot! Okay, you got a Viper Tail. Ooh.
Whoa. No way, bro.
Hey.
3, 2, 1, go shoot!
Sharp edge. Let's see. Okay, there's a tall setup. Oh. Maybe this tall setup might not be it.
3, 2, 1, go shoot!
Alright, Samurai Saber. Also, oh, didn't even let me finish.
Are you joking, bro?
Dude. That's reality.
Yo, what happened to full defense?
Nowhere.
This thing is only capable of fully bursting. 3, 2, 1, go shoot!
Alright, got Leon Crest.
Oh, defense versus defense.
The old defense. And how's my new defense?
Yeah, Leon Crest is another one of those defense types that were very solid when it came out.
Full stamina is kind of there.
Straight potential, obviously, but still not bad.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You did see that those counterattacks, like the bays were being repelled and it chipped away at Leon Crest's spin. But surprisingly, I actually retained a little bit. All right, BBGs, that is our unboxing on Perseus Dark. Let us know what you guys think. Now, for our final verdict, should you avoid it, consider it, or should you just go ahead and buy it? I want this bay to be good. I want this bay to be good so badly because it has such a cool design and it brings back so many memories from the Metal Fight days. The concept behind the blade and its full defense they seem pretty solid. But we have to judge this by its stock combo, right? And as a stock combo right now, it's not that good. I mean, you saw from our test battles, we only did 5-6 rounds and it just got cut up pretty much every single round. It was pretty darn bad. So I think the final verdict on this one is you should consider buying this Beyblade.
Yeah, especially because you can customize more aspect in CX, so you still got that assist blade or the main blade that you can play with and potentially make some good combos. But the Ratchet and Bit, so far, not really liking it. But hey, the good news is the power creep is not that severe in this season.
Yeah, honestly, like I do want to tell you guys to go buy every single CX Bey because, you know, it's a new line and the customization does make it feel very special. But if you're thinking about getting a defense type and you want it to perform very well right out of the box, then this one might not be for you. There's other solid choices that you can get, like, you know, Nightmail is still so good right out of the box. You can use that one instead, and in its stock form, it does pretty darn well compared to this. So anyways, we're going to be unboxing the rest of our CX Beys, and we're going to be doing a ton of battles and customizations with all these guys. So stay locked to the channel, okay? We'll catch you in the next one. As always,
Geeks out!